I went online to find the creepiest looking animals I could find. From alien looking creatures that you'd find in a nightmare, to fluffy spiders that will destroy anything in its path, to even beetles that will spray acid at its prey. Yeah, this is gonna be an insane video. Alright, so let's have a look at what we can find on the spider shop. They have some really crazy stuff. Like, I mean, look at this thing. It's a big tooth spider. I mean, look at the teeth on that thing. And after looking around, I picked out some pretty insane creepy animals. Just a few days later, I had the parcel full of devilish creepy crawlies arrive at my door. And with that being said, let's open the parcel and show you what I managed to find. There were 4 different types of tubs here, and before you think what's inside them are tiny, let's just say I'm extremely shocked at how they managed to get them inside of these tubs, considering some of them are really big. Let's get unboxing something fluffy first. Sounds cute, right? Well, you'll see that it isn't very cute. But first, we need to get an enclosure for it. And luckily, I had a spare desert enclosure I used to house some beetles before. I carefully took out the tissue that the fluffy creature was in. I then started to unwrap the paper to reveal what I thought at the time was a dead spider. You can see I carefully tried to move him around, and he's showing signs of he's alive, but he's being very, very slow. After a while of working with the spider, he finally started to stretch his legs and show signs of him being completely okay. I guess it was maybe the travel that stressed him out, or maybe he was just napping? I'm not sure, but either way, you can see he's pretty lively now. So this is a fluffy camel spider, a non-venomous arachnid that can have an extremely painful bite due to its strong jaws, which you can see I'm showing you here by making him do the threat pose. You do not want to get bit by this. Not only that, but they're very, very fast hunters that have very big appetite. So, knowing that, let's give this fluffy devilish spider a cricket to see how it takes it down. I started to lure a cricket in, but as you can see, he isn't really sure or interested in it, which means I don't think he's that hungry. But it wasn't until I placed the cricket right in front of his face that he started to attack it, but not in a hunger response, in a self-defense to get out of my face response. You can see his powerful jaws cutting through the cricket, almost cutting the cricket in half. This was pretty insane to see and extremely creepy looking. Now, because the spider only did that in self-defense, I decided to give him a few more days before giving him another cricket for him to eat. And, as you can see, he's made a little burrow under this cork bark, which is a great sign. It shows that he's comfortable. So, I decided to lure a cricket in front of where he just made his burrow, and after a few attempts and threat posing, he finally took the cricket and enjoyed his meal. Now for the next creepy bug, let's stay on the desert theme and show off some acid spraying Egyptian beetles that go crazy when they kill their prey. But first, we have to make a very basic setup for them so I can watch them eat and make sure they're okay. I fill up the tank with some sand. I was told by the place that I got them from that this is what they were kept on, so I wanted to keep them on the same thing so it makes them more comfortable. I also put in some driftwood. This will give the bugs something to climb on and to hunt around. And it will also let them dig into the sand under the wood to create a hide. And once everything was done, I added the new beetles in. These are Egyptian predatory beetles, which are very fast and very capable hunters from the Middle East. These beetles also have the ability to spray acid from their abdomen. I let them explore the new surroundings and then wanted to try them with a decent sized cricket to see how they hunt, as they're insanely interesting beetles to watch hunt and eat. And after lowering the cricket in, I put it near the entrance of the new hide, and one of the beetles took interest. But then for some reason, kinda got spooked. I then lowered in the cricket again, and out of nowhere the beetle attacked the cricket. The cricket managed to escape for just a few seconds before the beetle managed to get a hold of the back of the cricket. The cricket tried its best to run away, but the beetle was slowly pulling it to its death. And after a little back and forth from the cricket, he was fully caught in the beetle's grasp and was slowly getting chomped on. You can see the beetle using its extremely strong and fast mandibles to cut through the cricket and eat it. This was pretty insane to watch. I then tried to give the other beetle a cricket, but he didn't really seem interested in it, but I left it in there anyway just in case he changed his mind. Now for the next creepy animal, I have something that lives on land and in the water, something that are also known to be cannibalistic. And I don't just have one, I have 4 of these cannibalistic animals. So let's make their enclosure and see if you can guess what it is as we build it. Again, I use sand, but this time I use a lot more. I then use these rocks at the back to give it something to climb on and create the illusion that it's a rocky edge. After placing the rocks, I then wanted to use some wood to give more climbing opportunities and also to give them something to hide under if needed. Once I was happy with that, I then added some final touches of stones and small branches, and with that, the hardscape was pretty much complete and it was time to fill this tank with water. So after adding the first one into the new tank, you can clearly see that that's a crab, specifically a vampire crab. Now these crabs stay really small, but are pretty insane at hunting their prey and will sometimes even eat their own babies if given the chance. After adding all the crabs into the new tank, I wanted to give them a few hours to get used to the new surroundings before I tried to feed them. Again, feeding them with crickets as they'll easily rip apart a cricket and slowly eat them. And after lowering in a cricket to the first one, he somehow missed the cricket and attacked the tongs and then ran away like he was embarrassed that it just happened. So I gave another crab one instead, and almost instantly he grabbed onto the cricket and started eating it fully underwater. I also gave a cricket to one that was just chilling on the rocks, and as you can see, he tries to rip it apart with his powerful claws. These things are crazy cool to watch, but also really weird. Now, moving on to the next animal, this one is probably the most creepy one. Definitely something you'd see out of a nightmare. But first, I had to quickly make a tank for it. I used some dirt mix with some leaf litter to help humidity and make it easier for the bug to create a hide if needed. I then added some rocks to give it more things to hide behind, and then added this massive cork bark so it has something to escape behind, and also could make a nice hide at the base of the cork. With the tank being complete, it was time to put the new bug into it. Now again, it's insane to me how such a big bug can fit into this tiny tub, but either way, I slowly started to take out the paper and slowly unbox the creepy crawly. It took a while as I didn't want to hurt the bug or also get bit, but after a while I finally got a proper look at it. This is a Florida whip spider, closely related to the whip scorpion which can spray acid. The only thing this one can do is look really creepy and give you nightmares. You can see on the front of the spider he has these two massive antennas. These are used to help the spider sense his environment and help make his next move. It also allows the spider to feel his vibrations on the ground for prey. I gave the spider a few days to settle into his new tank before attempting to feed him a couple of crickets. Now it's pretty hard to film this spider due to the lighting, and also he runs away with it, but you can see how fast he just grabs the prey and hides. And you can also see him using those antennas to feel out the prey before attacking. For the next one, I bought that big tooth spider that I showed at the start of the video. I used a small ant enclosure. You might think this is small, but these spiders, and most spiders in general, will just sit in one spot, waiting for the prey to come past, and then launch at them. After filling up the tank with some dirt, leaf litter, and some bigger leaves to hide under, the small tank was pretty much done. Now the next part was actually getting the spider into here. You can see I'm just slowly unwrapping the paper to make sure I don't hurt him, and to make sure he doesn't just run out or do something crazy. And as you can see, this spider is tiny, a lot smaller than I was expecting. But if I put my tongs right up against him, you can see the spider using those massive teeth to ward me away. Imagine having those massive teeth dig into your skin. You really don't want that. I let him explore his new tank for a while and watched him starting to make a hole to sit in. And after a few days, I wanted to feed him and see how he reacts to it. You can see he's made this massive web under the leaf litter I just picked up. So I put the cricket into his web so it creates vibrations. When the cricket moves around in its web, the spider knows he's caught something. It's hard to see due to him being in his web, but you can see the spider slowly move towards the cricket, and eventually you can see him snap at the cricket and slowly starts to eat it in his web. Let me know if I should buy more creepy animals, or just let me know what you'd like to see in general. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss future videos, and check out this video on the screen.